Is that person in your life actually sent from God, or is it just a counterfeit? Today, we're getting into part 2 of signs to identify a God-sent versus a counterfeit. Number 1, confusion. God is not an author of confusion. When it's from God, you will feel peace about the relationship. But disclaimer, Satan can also try and use the spirit of confusion to manipulate you into thinking the real thing is actually a counterfeit. This is why it's extremely important to rebuke the spirit of confusion and pray and ask the Holy Spirit to give you a strong discernment. The Holy Spirit will always bring you peace and lead you towards the truth. Number 2, if they are liars or deceivers. Sometimes we get in relationships and the person will appear to be someone who they later down the road reveal that they are not. So this person has deceived you into thinking that this is the type of person they are, but later as they get more comfortable, they start to reveal their true colors. This could be a sign of a counterfeit. Remember, even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. Some people use smooth talk, flattery, and manipulation to try and get what they want from you. This could be a sign of a counterfeit. Run. Don't fall for the love bombing trap either. In the beginning, they are love bombing you, meaning they're like overwhelmingly so romantic and affectionate, and then it starts to fade down. That is called love bombing, and they are trying to manipulate or gaslight you. Number 3, if that person is abusive, this is a huge indicator that this person was not sent from God. God will never send you someone who is abusive emotionally, physically, or mentally. If God is love, then anything that is contrary to love is demonic. Colossians 3:19 says, "Husbands, love your wives, do not be harsh with them." Sometimes we find ourselves in relationships that we don't have the strength to leave or walk away from, even though they are emotionally or physically or mentally abusive. This is usually because we have already opened that door to fornication or sex before marriage. So you now have connected to that person sexually, and it's going to be extremely hard to leave because you now have created that soul tie. Number 4, if this person does not have any respect or loyalty, then this is a big indicator that they are not sent from God. When it is sent from God, they are going to be faithful and loyal to you and only you. They are only going to have eyes for you. So ask yourself, does this person have a wandering eye? Is their social media filled with provocative women or men? Do they watch porn? This is a huge red flag. You have to keep an eye out for these things. This person could have a spirit of lust. Matthew 5:28 says, "To anyone who even looks at a woman with lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart." Number 5, is this person's environment still worldly? So are they hanging around sinful and worldly friends? 1 Corinthians 15 verse 33 says, "Bad company corrupts good morals." If this person's friend group looks very worldly, this could be a huge indicator that that person is not who they appear to be. You can usually tell who a person is by the people that they surround themselves with. Your circle is usually a reflection of who you are. 2 Corinthians 6:14 says, "Do not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness? The light and the dark cannot mix." Some of you guys are going to try to justify yourselves by saying, well, Jesus ate with sinners. We can pray for these people and we can love these people from a distance, but the Bible tells us not to be yoked with these people. You cannot serve two masters, so you cannot have friends of the world but still try to live for God. You've got to separate yourself.